All right, ladies and gentlemen, a couple of stories here that have caught my attention. First of all, how about this? DePere. The DePere Board of Aldermen on Monday night denied the request for a permit to operate a drive-through Starbucks inside the Reliance Bank facility on Manchester Road between Harwood and Veneta Drive. Mm-hmm. No drive-through Starbucks.
Some traffic issues, right?
I vote to impeach all of the Board of Aldermen in DePere.
Come on.
Come on. Why not have a drive-through Starbucks? The traffic, the trash, the noise, the lights. Ladies and gentlemen, all of that, it's a Starbucks.
I know.
You want to live in the country? Go live in the other country. You want to live 10 minutes from a Starbucks? Go live in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, this story about the Pine Lawn mayor, Sylvester Caldwell, is one for the ages. This Sylvester Caldwell has now taken a plea bargain. He's well. Let me ask you this question: this Pine Lawn story getting a little bit of attention here in St. Louis, not getting a lot of attention. I would say there's not a lot of people talking about Sylvester Caldwell.
I'm surprised too. I mean, we're talking about a mayor.
Right.
Who for years.
Yes.
Allegedly. Well, he pled guilty, so
right.
For years he admitted to it. Kind of shook down people.
Yes. Shook down people, extorted them, all of those things. And remember, he didn't live in Pine Lawn.
Right.
Because his wife was quoted as saying that she was afraid of living in Pine Lawn because it wasn't a safe neighborhood, so they were living somewhere else. So when they came to arrest him, he was somewhere else. Uh-huh. Now, normally, on a normal April day, the mayor of a small North County town pleading guilty to bribery and extortion, that's a story. But after Ferguson, and after the worldwide international story of Ferguson, and how Ferguson has abused their citizens and taken advantage of the power, and the federal government coming in and saying how broken Ferguson is, the Ferguson mayor never did anything like this.
No.
Could you imagine if Sylvester Caldwell was the Ferguson mayor? This would be an international story.
Yes.
Yes. But since it's not Ferguson and it's the next town over, not a whole lot of... I don't get it. I don't get it. What's the difference between living under the oppressed system in Ferguson or living under the oppressed system in Pine Lawn?
It's still people who are oppressed, people who have been taken advantage of.
Yes.
And businesses that are being taken advantage of. A bully mayor.
Yes, yes. And again, I asked the question.
Who admits he did it?
I asked the question, what does the town of Pine Lawn actually provide in terms of services for their residents? Somebody has yet to answer that question for me. But there's an interesting little side note to this story. Edward Shapsevich, owner of Eddie's Towing in Wellston, told the jury that he had feared losing Pine Lawn's business if he did not make payments in cash or goods to Caldwell. For a time, part of the deal was to buy the community a police car every other year.
Yes.
One of the things was that the police this guy would then turn around, they would tow the cars, and then when no one showed up for the cars, they would then turn around and sell the cars.
To
police officers or anybody else.
Yes.
Which is the exact same thing that happened and the story that brought down the police chief in the city of St. Louis, Joe Moqua. Right? So that was his daughter. He needed a car. She needed a car. She went, go to the towing service. They'll get you a car. And so, they sold him a towing car. Whether it was wrong or right or whatever, but that was the story that brought Chief Moqua down. The same thing's going on in Pine Lawn. So this Edwin Shapsevich, right, is the one on the stand saying, hey, look, here's the deal. I wanted the money, or I wanted the business. I needed the business. Here's how I did it. Here's what I was afraid. I was this. I was that. I was so on and so forth, okay? Now, So this mayor is so wrong and so broken that he gets arrested. They put the trial on. They put on the prosecution. After the prosecution arrests, then after everybody testified, they then said, oh, okay, we better cut a deal. But there's a story, there's an article in this, and Stephen Deary did a great job in this. By December of 2013, Shapsevich began cooperating with the FBI, agreeing to wear a video and an audio recorder whenever he interacted with the mayor of Pine Lawn. Under cross-examination, Shapsevich admitted that he told the FBI that he had given numerous other gifts to public officials throughout North St. Louis County. So here you have a guy on the stand who's saying this does not just go on in Pine Lawn, it goes on all throughout North County. So what did the protesters complain about, right? They complained about being oppressed. They complained about not getting a fair shake. Here we have evidence of this.
Right.
And where's the outrage? Where's the protests? Where's the demanding for change?
Because here's the deal: this Shapsevich or whoever, whatever his name is, if he is doing favors for other North County municipalities,
yes,
imagine what the leaders of these, and I'm not alleging that, but there's some wrongdoing.
Yeah.
It's a major wrongdoing.
Well, here you have a guy on the stand
admitting.
Here you have a guy on the stand under oath who was already working with the FBI, already agreed to wear a wire, who's testifying against Carlos, saying, "Oh boy, this is common procedure in North County." My question is, why isn't anybody outraged over this?
That's why there needs to be seriously a county-wide investigation of all these municipalities.
It's beyond.
It's just not Ferguson.
It's beyond broken, and yet the national media doesn't cover it. Shoot, the local media covers it, but nobody cares.
I know.
Where's the outrage?
Yes.
We're going to talk about it at 9 o'clock. It's baffling to me. Here's a town in North County that we now have evidence, proof. The guy admitted to it. He pled guilty to it. The guy on the stand says it's happening everywhere. And guess what? Last night, in the Ferguson Commission, the smallest attendance ever.
Yeah.
So the world's gone mad. 7:30 here, Big 550, KTR.